Welcome Capricorn, December 2022. Didici here at your service from astrology.com.au. Your chart indicates this month you have to be very discriminating in terms of your generosity to others. You must be careful not to give away everything too easily. You need to ascertain whether those people are worthy recipients of what you've got to give. That's shown by this powerful 12th house, 3 planets here in opposition to Mars, which is in the 6th house of service. 12th house is generosity, charity, giving away, undoing oneself effectively. And that's okay as long as what you're doing is actually lifting other people and not enabling them to be negative and useless as members of society. Here we have Mars in the 6th house retrograde. A lot of energy for work right now, but can you see how all of that effort may be in vain if the results are just going out the back door, being given to others who are not deserving recipients. So that's an important start to the month, and one which sets the transit ball rolling, I guess you could call it. The really significant transit this month has to be this long-standing retrograde Neptune going forward in your 3rd house. 3rd house can show travels and the way you think, the way you communicate, your neighborhood. I've just got a sense here this may have to do with travels, because this 12th house, having all of these planets here, is also a zone of emigration and foreign connections. So it could be that if you've been trying to work your way into a plan where you can travel and finally get away from it all, this forward motion of Neptune is going to be very, very useful for that. It's going to clear up those grey areas and give you a lot more confidence regarding holidaying and the destination, and in fact who you want to have there as part of that. You see here the combative Mars rules your 11th house. This is your friendship sector. So it could well be that some of these problems you're experiencing here, the outgoings, are going to friends. Now, sometimes that doesn't simply relate to money or material objects. It can be your time. It can be your emotional output. There are other forms of currency or value that you may have overlooked. You know, you can sit there for hours listening to the woeful story of a friend only to find that, oh my God, I've reneged on something else I had a commitment to. So you don't want to allow these people to sidetrack you and to waste your valuable resources, whatever those resources are. Mercury moves to the sign of Capricorn, your sun sign, on the 7th of December. That's one day before the full moon, which takes place here. So that's good because it gives you the opportunity to communicate your way out of some of these hypercharged situations. There's no doubt that there's problems there in the workplace or in the scheduling that you've had. You may be angry about the portfolio and your to-do list right now. Maybe others have shortchanged you. Maybe you're short of staff in the work that you're doing. In any case, you're going to be chewing off, biting off more than you can chew, and then chewing like all hell to get through your work in this last month of the year. Now, there's also a new moon which is going to augment the transit of Mercury here in your sun sign, and that takes place on the 23rd. That's important because this has to do with how you present yourself to the world, how you want people to perceive you. The mask that you've worn in the past may be ripped off now, and you may find yourself reinventing yourself. There is absolutely a necessity to change the way you've been doing things. Sometimes that change is associated with fear, and that fear is of the unknown. Well, how will people react to me? Maybe I'll lose my friends if I assume a different persona or say no when they ask me for something. This is the realm in which the new moon is going to play out, where you yourself are going to change as a person and in terms of the way you present yourself to the world around you. Mercury, as I said, goes into retrograde motion on the 29th. It moves in here. Well, that's what I said. I didn't mention the retrogression. As it's moving through your sun sign, it's going to do an about face and start to ask you to really rethink how you want to communicate who you are to the world around you. In other words, what's your brand? That's the question here. I'm going to make a note of that. What's your brand? Who are you? What defines you? And how do you want to be seen by the world around you? I think these are the important questions at the close of 2022, which set you up perfectly for a brand new liftoff into 2023. And speaking about 2023, Capricorn, don't forget to have a look at the yearly forecast. I've started putting them up now. They work hand in glove with your daily, weekly, monthly readings, so you can get a clear picture of where you're going in the coming 12 months and beyond. If you want to drop me a note, we can organise something there to look at your chart on a more personal note. Don't forget to subscribe. Be safe over Christmas. I love you all. I appreciate you being here for me throughout 2022, and I'm going to see you in the new year, I hope too. Fingers crossed. Take care. Good luck. Bye-bye now.